Hello everybody, my name is Ardalan Bilavizadeh. Today I want to show you the shiitake mushroom, and there are shiitake mushroom and there are eringi mushroom, king oyster, king trumpet mushroom, eringi. They are so beautiful. The substrate that we use for the shiitake is for the shiitake mushroom is the 60% is the sawdust, 30% wooden chips, and the 4% spun for the shiitake. For the majority of the exotic mushroom like the lion's mane, like the shimei, like the enoki, this formula we can use. But for shiitake, usually we use the amount of the sawdust is more than the other exotic mushroom. For example, for the king oyster and the oyster, we use only wood chips. But in the shiitake, we should also add the sawdust, because in the sawdust, we want to have keep the mushrooms more than the 2 months. We want to have a market. We want to have a slowly receive the mushrooms. The substrate and the tree that we can use the for the mango, the best substrate for the wood chips or sawdust, we can use it. The environmental for the temperature, humidity, CO2, and the light. All the mushroom, exotic mushrooms, for the growth period, for the mycelium run, we need the temperature 25 centigrade, humidity 85%, light without light, and the CO2 near 2000 ppm for the mycelium run. After the composting, when we receive the compost, after the spawning the compost, usually compost needs to be becoming the white. All should be becoming white, and the mycelium is complete. Nearly 1 month takes time. In this temperature, the best time. After the mycelium run, for the shiitake, we need to cold shocking. Some people give the 12 centigrade, some people 10 centigrade, some other in the warm region 15 centigrade. But it needs for the cold shocking the temperature range of the 10 to 15 centigrade for the cold shocking. 3 or 4 days is enough for the cold shocking. After the cold shocking, we can keep temperature under 17 to 19 centigrade. 19 centigrade is the ideal for the fruiting, for the continuing to the shiitake. For the king oyster, also the mycelium run takes 25 centigrade. Also for the humidity 85%, without light. The process of the mycelium run for all exotic mushrooms is the same, 25 centigrade without light, and the CO2 near the 2000 ppm, maybe more. But in the fruiting stage, for example, in this stage, we should gradually decrease the temperature in the fruiting. For example, from the 2000 ppm to 1000 ppm, because a king oyster is a crop that the shape is very important for the customer. Beauty is very important, and all mushroom, all marketing like this, exactly like trumpet, not like a simple oyster. You know, customer should feel the stem, so sticky. It's very important. And only thing that's important in the for the eringi mushroom, spun is so important. Temperature is very important. The temperature that we need during fruiting is the 16 centigrade throughout the fruiting. 16 centigrade. For the cold shocking also need to 12 centigrade for 3 days. After that, the temperature that we keep is the 16 centigrade with the light 1000 lux. For the eringi, we need to 1000 lux. The best light for the mushroom, exotic mushroom, is a white light, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. should be on, and after that should be off. And CO2 in this stage, for example, when they are, this is the mycelium, should be decreased to 1300. When we reach to the this fruit, we should keep the temperature under 900 ppm, 1000 ppm. We have the two big difference between the eringi and the shiitake mushroom. As you can see, for the eringi mushroom, for the king oyster, only we cut the top surface of the plastic bag. Because we have harvest we want to harvest the mushroom only from the top surface. You know, this close, we have the plastic, only we cut this part, the time of fruiting. But for the shiitake, for harvesting, we cut the whole of the plastic. You cannot see any part of the plastic in shiitake. We should harvest all, we should cut the plastic back, all of the shiitake, because we can harvest the shiitake from all side of the compost. Here we can harvest, here we can harvest. All part we can. Therefore, the shiitake mushroom only compost that we should cut whole of the plastic in the mushroom. But RNG, only one. After the mycelium, for the mycelium rind, for the vegetative phase, all plastic, all exotic mushroom compost should completely close. Completely close. For example, like this. This completely closed. For the RNG, the mycelium rind, after the making in the autoclave for the sterilization, 1 month takes time to mycelium run. After completely, because all completely closed, we should wait 1 month for the mycelium run. When completely became white, we should transport them to the other room. This room, its temperature is very low, and we should cut when completely white. Only we cut this top surface, and we cut, but that is very important. When completely white, gradually we should cut. For example, you can see only one part. When we cannot, the time after we cannot see the fruits, you shouldn't cut whole of the plastic bag, because when you plastic bag, all the fruits will appear. We don't want all the numerous mushrooms, but a small size. We want to, for example, like this, 6 or 7 mushrooms. The number of the mushrooms low, but the quality high. The quality and the size of the each mushroom is very important. The cutting gradually, we should opening the bags. For example, we can see this completely closed, and only one cut is enough. For example, even the one cut, and when we open, this also closed. We see after the 1 week, when the fruits reach to this part. For example, when the organ reach to this part, now we can cut the whole of the plastic back, and we can increase the humidity. In the fruiting time, temperature around the 25 centigrade, around between the 16 centigrade, humidity 85 to 90%, light 1000 lux, and the CO2 900 ppm, we can reach to these beautiful mushrooms. Thank you.